Hi everyone, it has been 3 years, 18 videos and 40 shorts, and I think that we are overdue for a little heart-to-heart, or better yet, a reality check. There's going to be a massive change on this channel, one that will for sure alienate pretty much everyone who has ever watched it. So if you want to just know what the hell I'm talking about, here's your timestamp. But for everyone else, let me explain where I'm coming from. I like to think of myself as a rather creative person. I have and still do spend massive part of my life pursuing music. If any of those logos seem familiar, check out my band, you might like it. Gigging and touring with the boys has and always will be my passion, and the people we have met and messes we had to get through have made each of us better men. We're also not done. We are continuously working on new stuff that will be released, well, soon. If it wasn't obvious already, I really love video games as well. I played a ton of UT99, Max Payne, Half-Life, Vice City as a kid, and after a brief break from games mandated by the lack of time when I was a teen, about 10-11 years ago, I eventually got a PS2 on a yard sale and I was hooked again. I learned how to emulate stuff, explored all the 8 and 16-bit libraries, got addicted to shmups, got an Xbox 360, the console I would kill for when I was a kid. And you know, you can never have just 2 old consoles. And all that happened in part thanks to YouTube. The amount of informational and analytical content here led me down many rabbit holes, seeking out different types of games, platforms, and in effect really expanding my horizons in terms of what a game could be. Very important thing to mention is that I am not a native speaker, and that most of my fluency comes from consuming a fuck ton of YouTube over the years. Eventually, as I was watching some random game review, I came to a realization. There's nothing that makes this man's opinion worth any more than mine. Guys that make all those retrospectives, analysis, reviews are all just guys. And I am saying that with absolutely no shade thrown, as what differentiates them from the rest of us is the effort they put in expressing their thoughts. So I figured that I might put in some effort as well. I had tons of ideas. I really wanted to do this, but I was struggling not only with how I wanted to present and structure it, but between my band, uni and depression, I would end up working on a video for a moment and dropping it for half a year. I had a ton of serious stuff to work out between my ears, and somehow, always, there was this annoying itch at the back of my head that I have to finish shitting on Aliens Colonial Marines eventually. I got it done. It took me like 3 years, plus some change, and it's a painful thing to watch, but at the same time, publishing it was literally therapeutic. All I'm trying to say is that this channel, no matter how small it is important to me. I am not claiming to be the David Lynch of talking crap about old games nobody gives a fuck about. In essence, this whole thing is aggressively unoriginal, taken in style entirely from the YouTube channels I respect and have seen growing over the years. I never really had big expectations towards what I can accomplish here, but here's the thing, making those vids takes a massive amount of effort, unimaginable to someone who'd never tried. And while admittedly I started by doing stuff that causes harm to witness, I have learned a lot, and if you excuse my hubris, I make pretty good videos. I judge that by reactions from friends who I share it with, comments on YouTube left by people who will 100% go to heaven, and by the fact that every now and then, when I put my stuff on, I get sucked in. I just fucking like them. I feel very grateful for every like and comment, especially since everyone who decided to interact with me has been incredibly encouraging. Seriously, fucking thank you. Time is the only thing in the world you cannot have back, and giving some of it to me just means a lot. But beyond this collection of PNGs, I am a man. I have a son, a wife, a job, a mortgage, and something resembling a music career. And I really hoped that with good vids, I can carve myself a little hole within the massive gaming YouTube landscape. I was much aware from the very beginning that this PNG suit guy game shit talking niche is overcrowded, but only now I know how hopelessly so. So I'm changing course. I właśnie dlatego od teraz materiały na tym kanale będą wykonywane w języku polskim. Myślę, że nie da się mnie z czystym sumieniem oskarżyć o gonienie za wyświetleniami. Jest nas sporo tylko w Warszawie i Londynie. Po naszemu jest po prostu bardzo mało analitycznego, retrospekcyjnego, oskryptowanego kontentu robionego przez folder PNG-ów. Poza tym, nieważne jak bardzo nie byłbym biegły w angielskim, w polskim dialekcie zawsze jakoś łatwiej mi do sedna sprawy dotrzeć. Nie wspominając nawet o szeregu tematów i specyficznego klimatu rodzimego Giereczkowa, którego trochę mi brakowało. Zobaczymy, co z tego będzie. W najgorszym wypadku dam se siana i zajmę się hodowlą jedwabników. Mam sporo rozgrzebanych tematów, ale na ten moment szansa jest spora, że zobaczymy się następnym razem i pogadamy sobie o painkillerze. Ale na ten moment trzymajcie się. ramy. Siema.